Gentlemen, you're about to discover how to lose unwanted chest fat, aka man boobs, in as little as 60 days and completely naturally. But listen up, you're also about to discover the shocking truth as to why your fertility is in danger. If I were to tell you that not only are an increasing number of men suffering from man boobs, with operations to correct gynecomastia, its medical term, increasing by 80% over the last few years, but also that sperm counts have almost halved over the last 50 years, would you expect the two to be linked? What if I then told you that fish are feminizing in lakes and rivers? That's to say, male fish are becoming female. Would you think that's linked too? You bet they are. Man boobs are unsightly and embarrassing, but they're not nearly as much of a health hazard as is the drop in sperm count. Men are at risk of becoming infertile, whilst becoming less manly with the development of man boobs unless they take drastic measures. Figures published by the British Association of Aesthetic Plastic Surgeons showed operations to correct gynecomastia grew by 80% between 2009 and 2010. The American Society of Plastic Surgeons released its 2012 statistics stating that gynecomastia surgery is the #1 procedure performed on teenagers. Gynecomastia among men is the 4th most popular surgery. There's been a 29% rise in the number of overall surgeries in comparison to 2011. The number has doubled since 1997. On sperm counts, experts in London for the European Society of Human Reproduction and Embryology annual conference last week debated the issue for an entire day. This was actually July 2013. One recent analysis found that in France, the sperm concentration of men decreased by nearly 1/3 between 1989 and 2005. Most studies from several European nations have found that over the past 15 years or so, the sperm counts of healthy men ages 18 to 25 have significantly decreased. This comes from a prominent study from the 1990s that suggested sperm counts has decreased by half over the last half century. So how are man boobs and the drop in sperm counts closely related? Before I go on, I just want to tell you a little bit about me and how I came across these frightening statistics. Quite simply, I used to suffer from man boobs myself. I used to get mocked by my friends. I'd be shy to remove my shirt in the changing rooms, or on holiday on the beach, or at the swimming pool. If I was lucky enough to get together with a girl, I just didn't feel like a real man. Other guys, including my closest mates, had awesome pecs that attracted the girls, but not me. I was embarrassed about my body. For years, I was suffering, but doing my best to lose them. I used to spend hours running and cycling to burn off fat. I'd do hundreds of press-ups, bench presses, pec exercises, chin-ups, you name it, I tried it, and I just couldn't shift these damn things. The best day of my life was when I realised it wasn't my fault and that I was not alone as a sufferer of this embarrassing condition. You see, I discovered that it's all down to the female hormone, estrogen, and it's surrounding us in our environment. Traces of estrogen are found not only in water, but in other foods and drinks we consume, fumes we breathe, cosmetics, and various plastics we use regularly. Check out this quote from the Environment Agency in the UK. "A third of male fish in English rivers are changing sex due to gender-bending pollution, alarming research shows. Experts say female hormones from the contraceptive pill and HRT, that's hormone replacement therapy, are being washed into our rivers and causing male fish to produce eggs. The problem, which is countrywide, has raised fears that the pollutants could also be contaminating our drinking water and even be affecting the fertility of men. I'm afraid you're not off the hook if you live outside the UK. This is a problem throughout many other countries. So how's estrogen getting into our lakes and rivers and causing feminizing of fish and a dangerous health risk to men? Experts put it down to certain water filtration plants being unable to filter out the female contraceptive pill and HRT pill, so it ends up in the water that we drink. That is not all. There are chemicals found in all sorts of foods, such as preservatives and pesticides, that mimic estrogen and end up in the water supply. Who consumes these foods and drinks? We human beings. So how do you combat this, you're probably asking? There are a number of measures you really need to start to take now, and they are: 1. Research your local area and learn about the water filtration plant and/or fit a reverse osmosis filter in your home. This removes the estrogen from the water. 2. Pay close attention to what you eat to reduce or avoid exposure to estrogen and to consume foods that break down estrogen when it's consumed in the body. 3. Research soaps, shampoos, deodorants and other cosmetics and avoid the ones with estrogen mimicking chemicals, namely parabens. 4. Research plastics that release estrogen into the foods and drinks, particularly when warmed up. 5. Consume natural foods that raise testosterone levels. 6. Undertake an effective exercise regime that naturally enhances testosterone levels. Hint: hours of cardio can be counterproductive. 7. Raise your metabolism with effective exercise, metabolism boosting foods and spices, and regularly eating the right way. Or you can invest in the truth about man boobs, a heavily researched system that has worked for me and hundreds of other men like you. The 7 tips outlined in this presentation are all explained together with natural solutions. For just $27, you'll gain access to a members area where you can download the ebook, or you can watch MP4 presentations of each chapter or download and listen to MP3 recordings. That is not all. Have you heard that success of anything is 80% psychology and 20% mechanics? Without the right mindset for any kind of new regime, you'll struggle. For that reason, you'll receive a report designed to help create for yourself the right mindset so you stick with the program. It explains the psychology of human behavior and motivation and how to develop the right focus for success. If you want to take care of your masculinity, lose your man boobs, and protect your sperm count and completely naturally, just click the Add to Cart button below this video and you'll get immediate access to the Truth About Man Boobs system. Imagine how your self-confidence and self-esteem will improve with women at work, in social situations, how your sex drive and sex life will get the girls begging for more. If you're not convinced yet, then I'd like to make it an absolute no-brainer for you by providing a 100% 60-day unconditional money-back guarantee. That's right, use this system for 60 days completely risk-free. If you don't get the results you want, you can get every cent of your money back. Remember, everything in this system is completely natural. No drugs are recommended at all. In fact, drugs can make the problem worse. Click the Add to Cart button below now to melt those man boobs away, and more importantly, to stop killing your swimmers. The price of this will revert to its full price of $47 soon, so I recommend you act now. Let me ask you a question. If you don't act now, how will your life be any different in 60 days' time? Maybe even 30 days? Or in Einstein's words in his definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Hit the Add to Cart button below now, and I'll see you in the members area. See you on the beach. I'm Neil Anthony.